Hey, it's Dr. Jared, and in this video, I want to show you how to relieve tension and pain right up here high in your neck at the base of your skull. Because tightness in this area can be pretty miserable. It can be the cause of tension headaches, loss of range of motion, and even just localized pain. But luckily, the right stretches and exercises can help to relieve that and help you to feel better fast. That's exactly what I want to show with you in this video, and I want to get started right now. The first thing I always like to start with is some form of heat to your neck. This is a great way to promote relaxation in your muscles and just help you to relax and to feel better. There's a lot of different ways that you can do this. There are a lot of different heating pads. This one you throw in the microwave. This one has a cord on it that you plug into the wall. These are actually the ones that I have at my house, and I've got them linked in the description to this video down below. But even just a warm shower and standing and letting the warm water hit your neck for about 10 minutes is a great way to promote relaxation in these tight muscles right up here at the base of your skull. After about, again, 10 to 15 minutes on the heat, the next thing that I like to do is to take that relaxation in those muscles even further by adding some form of massage. You can do that manually, or I'll show you how to do it like this with a couple of racket balls. The manual technique will be first. What you're going to do is find those muscles right at the base of your skull. So just come down your skull and right off the bump, and you should fall into kind of the soft part of your muscles. Now you'll see I've got my hands right here, and you can just use your fingers like this. We can go in some small circular motions, pressing just as hard as your pain and tolerance level will allow. Another technique that I've sometimes shown to people is we can link our fingers like this and then use the thumbs, and then that can kind of support your head while you're doing this. Basically, whatever you find to be the most comfortable. As you press into this area, you might find some areas that are a little more tender than others that might require a little more work. What you can do, let's say I was really painful over here on the right side of my neck, I can actually side bend, so my left ear over towards my left shoulder, to put that muscle on a little bit of a stretch. Now I can even get in there and kind of work that over with the muscle in a lengthened position. It's another way that you can promote relaxation in that spot. Now, if you want to do it, or if you don't want to do that manually, again, what I've done here is I've taken some athletic tape and I taped together 2 racket balls. If you would like to use that, this is kind of the way that I like to do it, just because it is so passive. What you're going to do is lay down on your back and then tuck those racket balls right here underneath the base of your skull. Again, right in that area, right where those muscles are soft, right where that tension is occurring. Now what you can do is kind of tuck your chin up and down just a little bit, and those racket balls will kind of push in and help those muscles to relax and release. Whichever method that you prefer, I would recommend about 5 minutes on this, just until you start to feel some relaxation start to occur in those muscles. Now, after we do the massage, I like to follow that up with a couple of stretches. The first one's going to be a chin tuck. This is probably my favorite stretch to really target and isolate those muscles right there at the base of your skull. And so I like to teach this first laying down. So lay down on your back with no pillow underneath your head. Now what you're going to do is tuck your chin straight down into your throat. So for example, I have a big arch underneath my neck right now. What I want you to do is tuck your chin into your throat, flatten your neck down into the table or down into the bed, into the floor, whatever it is that you're on. Try to eliminate that arch under your neck. When you do that, you should feel a good stretch right here in those muscles right at the base of your skull. A lot of people say this is like their favorite stretch because it's so good at isolating that area. You're going to hold that for a 3 to 5 second count and then return to that starting position. Hang out there for 3 to 5 seconds and then repeat. And then the numbers on this, typically I say, let's try 10 of these. Again, about 3 to 5 second holds. If that feels good, we can do another set of 10, usually 1 to 2 sets of 10 repetitions with these 3 to 5 second holds is what I'll recommend with the chin tuck. Now, what's great about the chin tuck is you do not have to do that laying down. Don't feel like you have to lay down to perform that exercise. exercise. You can do this one every time you come to a red light. You can do this one while you're sitting at your desk. There's lots of different options available. I actually do like, so this is another version on the chin tuck. I do like the seated version of this because you can actually add one more stretch to it. So if I were seated and wanted to perform the chin tuck, a lot of times I'll even have people take 2 fingers, put them right on your chin, and push straight backwards. So again, we're tucking the chin back this way. We're not nodding the head down in this direction. So if you take those 2 fingers and push your chin straight back, once again, I'm trying to get a stretch right here in those muscles at the base of my skull. Once you feel that stretch, if you want to enhance it even further, I can take my other hand, put it at the base of my skull, and then lift up towards the ceiling. So again, I'm going to tuck in with this hand right here, so chin tuck this way. With this hand, I can apply a little bit of a pressure upwards towards the ceiling, and that's even going to enhance that stretch. You're going to feel that even a lot more. And the same parameters apply. I do about a 3 to 5 second hold, repeat it about 10 times. If it feels good, perhaps do 10 more. So like 1 to 2 sets of 10 repetitions is what I like on that one. Now let's even stretch more of the neck. Again, that was kind of isolating those upper neck muscles. If we want to stretch the whole neck out, here are some exercises that I like to do that. The first one, I call it the smell your armpit stretch. If you want to get technical, this is the levator scapulae stretch. There's not going to be a quiz later, don't worry about that. But what you're going to do is rotate your chin. So if I wanted to stretch the muscles here on the right side, rotate my chin over here to the left. So I'm looking at about a 45-degree angle, and then tuck my nose down towards my left pocket or down towards my left armpit. Now with my left hand, I'm going to place that to the back of my head and apply just a little bit more overpressure until I get a good stretch. You're going to feel that basically from the right side base of your skull all the way down to your right shoulder blade, kind of the tip, that corner of your right shoulder blade. But that is just one of my favorite stretches to really target that area and just kind of get that neck nice and stretched out. Hold it in a comfortable stretch position. If we want to go both ways, so you'd hold that for 20 seconds. Now I'm going to look to my right. With my right hand, I'm going to reach up. Sorry, that's going to be right in my microphone. And then I'm going to hold down in this position until I get that good stretch through the left side of my neck. Hold that for 20 seconds, and then we can repeat that 3 times in each direction. The next stretch that I like, and again, this is probably my second favorite behind the chin tuck for those muscles right here at the base of your skull, we're gonna do a neck rotation stretch with a towel. So I've got just a small hand towel right here. A pillowcase also works really well for this stretch. I'm going to grab the corners to make it as long as I can, and then I'm gonna put that up right around my neck. Now don't let it fall down here low. I want to keep it up really high where those muscles are tight. So kind of keep that towel or the edge of the towel up here high on your neck. Now the step that everyone forgets is you've got to let go of the tails. So let go of the tails, cross your arms, and then grab the tails in that position. So right now my left arm is on top of my right, so my right arm is going to stay right down here against my chest. With my left, I'm going to bring this tail right across my cheekbone. So it comes right across that cheekbone area. Now I'm going to use my left hand to pull into this rotation. So I'm pulling my left hand kind of back behind me in this direction until I feel a good stretch on the right side base of my skull. And it looks just like that. And what I would have you do is hold this for about 15 to 20 seconds. And then what I like to do is back out of it and then get into it again. So you're going to back out of it for a few seconds and then get into it again. Hold it for 15 to 20 seconds, but see if you can push it a little further this time. So 15 to 20 seconds, and then I would do that one more time. So 3 times to the left. Now we need to uncross our hands. And so now my left hand is going to be the one against my chest. The right hand comes over and grabs the left tail over here, comes right across my left cheekbone as I rotate over here towards the right. Ooh, and that one's a little tight on me. I might spend some time right here doing this one. And so we're going to hold that for about 15 to 20 seconds, just in a good comfortable stretch to the left side of my neck. and then back off of it for a couple of seconds, and then we're going to repeat that 3 times. So 3 times, 15 to 20 seconds to the right, 3 times 15 to 20 seconds to the left, and those are the 3 stretches that I love for this tension right at the base of your skull. Now at this point you should be feeling pretty good if you've been following along with these stretches, but what I want to do now is show you one exercise that is going to keep that pain away. The muscles at the base of your skull are basically, we call them your deep neck extensors. They extend your neck up this way. One of the best ways to turn off tension and keep tension off in that area is to train the muscle on the other side of the neck, so the deep neck flexors. An easy way to think about this is if I wanted to contract my biceps muscle, my triceps would have to turn off. I have to turn off those deep neck extensors. I can do that by training the deep neck flexors. I told you earlier, there's not going to be a quiz on this. Okay, and so the way that I like to do that is we're going to get down into this, I'm going to lay down on my back and get into a chin tuck position. So first step is I'm going to tuck my chin right into my neck, right down this way. Now what I want to do is hold that position and just lift my head right up off of the bed. It's not more than like 1 or 2 inches. I don't need you to come all the way up here. We're not doing crunches with this. It's just a chin tuck and then just enough to lift my head up off of the table. I'm going to hold that for about 5 seconds and then I'm going to return that right back down to the bed. Now, if those muscles are weak, and in a lot of people they are, if you've got a lot of tension here in the base of the skull, these deep neck flexors are probably pretty weak. And so I would start with about a 5-second hold and repeat that about 5 times. And then if you can gradually work in more reps, we can gradually increase as our tolerance to this improves until the point where we get up into about 10 repetitions with a 5-second hold. That's a great number to shoot for. Now, if you're looking for more great help with your neck pain, click on this video right here. If you haven't subscribed to Tone and Tighten yet, click on this circle to do that. I would love to see you back for future videos. I hope your neck feels better, and I hope to see you back here again soon on Tone and Tighten.